Hey, second grade. We are going to continue doing measuring. And today, since we've already talked about the customary system, which we use in the United States, and the metric system, which all the other countries in the world use, the assignment today is going to have a mixture of those units. So it might talk about inches, it might talk about centimeters, it might talk about feet, it might talk about meters, and so on and so forth. It doesn't matter. You do the same thing no matter the units. The only thing that's important is that you make sure on your answer that you label it with the right unit. So if it talks about inches during a question, you need to have inches labeled on your answer. All right, so let's get started with our assignment today. Now, today's assignment is a little bit different because remember at the beginning when I told you when you measure things, you always want to line it up with that zero so you can get the right measurement. Well, sometimes you're not going to be able to do that, and this is an example of a time like that. So I have a watch and I have a marker, and what I need to do is I need to know the length of those two, but it's not at zero. So I have a really simple trick for you. What you're going to do is you're going to do this just like it was any other number line, and you're just going to half count, okay? So I'm going to start at my 80, and I'm going to stop at my 82, and I'm going to get the measurement of my watch. So I have 1, 2. So my watch is 2 inches, because we're talking about inches. And I'm going to write it in a darker color just so you can see it. So my watch is 2 inches. IN is the abbreviation. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my marker. Now I draw a little line. You guys might be able to eyeball it yourself, which means you can just look and see where to start and stop. I just like to draw those lines just in case, just to double check. So now I'm going to half count. 1, 2, 3. So my crayon is 3 inches. All right, now you're going to want to do that at the beginning of every section of your assignment. So there's going to be a number line, and then there's going to be more than one question underneath. To make it simpler on you, make sure that you do this before you even look at the questions, okay? Just find the measurements of everything, and it'll make your life so much easier. Now they're going to ask you questions like, how long is the watch? How long is the marker? You're going to be able to do that really simple, and you're even going to be able to do questions like this easily because we've done in the past. I just want to review it one more time so you're 100% confident when you go to your assignment today. So our question says, how much shorter is the watch than the marker? Remember yesterday when we worked on a problem like this? And I told you about the words longer and shorter. When you see those words, you are looking for something. Do you remember what I was talking about yesterday? Yes, you are going to be looking for the difference, okay? And when we are looking for the difference, that means we are doing what? You got it. We are subtracting. Now, subtracting can look different, all right? So let's practice a few strategies with these simple numbers. We have 2 and 3. If we want to find the difference and do it by subtracting, we always have to use that bigger number first, like every other time we subtract. That's probably nothing new for you. So I have 3, and in order to find the difference between the marker and the watch, I'm going to subtract the other number, which is 2. And I'm going to simply get 1. Super simple, right? So our answer is 1 inch. So you could do standard subtraction if that works for you. I do, for some reason, when we're measuring, I like to count. I don't know why, it just makes sense in my brain. So I use this tape diagram, right? So we know that the Crayola marker is bigger. We know it's 3 inches. So this whole tape diagram is 3 inches long. Now we know the watch is smaller. It's only 2 inches, right? So in order to find the difference, we need to find this missing amount right here. And how I like to do that is counting up. So I put 2 in my head, and I stop at that bigger number, which is 3. So I have 2, 3. And my answer is still 1. So if counting up is a strategy that works for you, use that. Subtraction, counting up, they all find the difference. So as long as you're finding the correct answer, then you are good to go.